Hello, students! Welcome to English class. My name is Elsie Vasquez, and it's a pleasure for me being here with you. Today, I'm going to teach you a very interesting topic about the use of sequency adverbs in order to write instructions. Are you interested in that? Okay, let's start. You need the following material. You need your notebook and your pencil case. Are you ready? Hope you are. Now, I'm going to make you a very interesting question about it. Listen to me. Have you ever made an experiment in your house? Yes? No? Don't worry. We are going to watch a video where some students like you were using some material in order to make instructions. Okay? So, pay attention to them and listen carefully what they want to say for you. Are you ready? Here we go.
Hello, my name is Angel.
Hello, my name is Jesus. We're going to explain a very interesting experiment called lava lamp. Let's start.
Introduction. Oil is lighter than water, so rises to the surface. The salt in the antacid tablet is heavier than water and sinks to the bottom, making the lava lamp work.
Materials: a clean glass bowl,
125 milliliters water,
375 milliliters cooking oil,
10 drops of food coloring,
2 effervescent anti-acid tablets.
a flashlight. Instructions.
Step 1. First, put the water into the glass bowl.
Step 2. Second, pour the oil into the glass bowl until it is almost full.
Step 3. Next, add 10 drops of red food coloring.
Step 4. Then take 2 effervescent antacid tablet and drop into the glass bowl.
Step 5. Finally, turn on the flashlight and place it under the glass bowl. Watch the red bubbles float.
Conclusion.
The salt dissolves and the oil returns to the top because the different densities of the liquid making a colorful show for your eyes. Thanks for your attention and hope have you enjoyed it.
Goodbye.
Okay, students, what do you think about the experiment that those students made? Did you like it? Yes, I know. It was very interesting, and they used lots of materials. Now, let's remember them. Do you remember one of those materials that they mentioned? Of course, they used a glass bowl. Here I have it. Very good. Now, what else did they use? Do you remember them? Very good. They used food coloring, and this is a red color. Very good, students. You did it well. Now, it's time to analyze what those students said. Now, they use a lot of words. Can you see that? Yes, they use a lot of words. And we start with the first one. Do you remember all the steps that they follow? No? Don't worry, students. Now, listen and watch the following video where we are going to analyze the parts of the written experiments. Please pay attention to it and take notes if necessary. Are you ready? Here we go. Hello, students. We are going to learn
which parts of written experiments are. Please pay attention to me. Take notes if necessary. Here we go. Let's start with the title. Is the name of your experiment? Then continue with the introduction. It's a brief description of the experiment. Now, let's continue with materials. Are those things that you are going to use? Steps are the way that you are going to do it. Let's continue with illustrations. Are those images or pictures that belong to the experiment you are doing? Then, finally, conclusion is a short paragraph that shows the result of the experiment. Okay, learners, hope you liked it. Thank you.
Okay, students, what do you think about the video that we saw before? Did you like it? Yes, I know. It was very interesting. Let's remember what we talked about on that video. Let's talk about it. Yes, it was about an introduction. What else, students? Do you remember? Of course, we talked about the material. And here I have it. You can see it. What else did we talk about? Perfect. We talked about the steps that those students follow. You could see that. They were very interesting. Okay, let's talk about the steps that they follow. They follow a lot of steps. They were 5 steps. Let's talk about the first one. Do you remember the first one? Yes, they pour the oil into the glass bowl. Do you remember that? Very good. Now, let's talk about the second step. Do you remember it? Very good. They pour the water into the glass bowl. Excellent job. Now, let's talk about the number 3. Do you remember it? Yes, they use the red food coloring and drop it. They use and add it, of course. Perfect. You remember almost all of them. Now, let's talk about the number 5. Do you remember that? Yes, they use antacid tablet and they add in here. Very good, students. You are a very good students. Now, let's practice, and of course, you need to take notes, and please watch the following video and listen what I'm going to explain for you. Are you ready? Here we go.
Hello, learners. It's me again. Now, we are going to learn about the words that are at the beginning of each step. They are called sequency adverbs. Take notes if necessary. Here we go. Those sequency adverbs, we use them to describe the order in which 2 or more actions happen. But where are them? Let's check them. Let's start with the first one. First to that first, and we are going to analyze the step number 1. Please pay attention to this word. It is highlighted on yellow color. I'm going to read it. First, pour the water into the glass bowl. That was the first action that Jesus did. Okay, let's continue to another word. Next, then, second, afterwards, and later are sequency adverbs too. But we are going to analyze those 3 steps that we have in here. Remember, those sequency adverbs are highlighted on yellow color. Let's start with step number 2. Second, pour the oil into the glass bowl until it is almost full. That action or that second step, Angel did. Here we have. Step number 3. Next, add 10 drops of red food coloring slowly. That was the step number 3, and we used next. You can use wherever you want. And finally, in step number 4, we used then. Take 2 effervescent antacid tablets and drop it into the glass bowl. Let's end this activity. But we are going to end with the last step. We used finally, but you can use at the end. Turn on the flashlight and place it under the glass bowl. Watch the red bubbles float. That action or that step Jesus did on our experiment. Very good, students. You did it well. Now, pay attention to the following words. They are called action words or action verbs. But where do we use them? Where are them? Okay, please pay attention. Those action words or action verbs are words that express something that is done. Okay, let's analyze those examples on step number 2 and number 3. Now, as you remember, this was the second step, but the action was pour. Angel was pouring the oil into the glass bowl. Here we have, on step number 3, Jesus was adding 10 drops of red food coloring, and we use this word. We use pour and we used add. Those action words or action verbs, we use them before the sequency adverbs. Here we have. Very good, students. You did it well. Thank you.
Okay, learners, what do you think about the video that we saw before? Did you like it? Yes, I know. It was interesting, and please remember to take notes if you think they are necessary. Now, let's talk about and let's remember what we have learned. We learned a lot of things. One of them were those sequency adverbs. Do you remember one sequency adverb that I mentioned? Very good. At first or first, we use at the beginning of our instructions. Another sequence adverb that you remember? Very good. We use after that, then. Very good. You are so intelligent, students. And what do we use at the end of our instructions? Do you remember? Excellent. We use finally or at the end. You are a great student. Thank you. Very good job. Now, let's talk about the words, the action words that we use. Do you remember one action word that we use? Good. We use this. Pay attention to me. This is pour. Pouring, okay? We use that action word. Perfect. Another one? Very good. We use add or adding. Do you remember this? A red food coloring. Perfect. You are doing well, students. Now, it's time to practice what we have learned. And we are going to watch the following video where you need to match the meaning with the name of the written experiments, the parts of the written experiments. Okay? Please check your notes and pay attention to the following video. Are you ready? Here we go.
Hi, students. Welcome to this interesting activity. This is me again. As you can watch on your device, you have two columns. The left column has meanings, and the right column has parts of the experiment. We are going to match them in order to find the correct one. I'm going to read each of them. The first one says, are the way that you are going to do it. Do you remember? Very good. Those are steps. Excellent job. Let's read the other one. is a short paragraph that shows the result of the experiment. It's at the end, do you remember? Very good. Those are conclusions. Number 3. Are those things that you are going to use? Do you remember? It starts with M. Perfect! Those are materials. Well done. Let's read another one. Is the name of the experiment? It is at the beginning. Very good. It's the title. Well done. Let's read another one. Are those images or pictures that belong to the experiment you are doing? Do you remember? Very good. Those are illustrations. Well done, learners. Now, the last one it says is a brief description of the experiment. Very good. It's an introduction. Thank you.
Okay, what did you think about that video? Did you like it? Very good. We use a lot of words. Do you remember one of the written experiments? Excellent. Though that was the introduction. Remember, this is at the beginning of our experiment. What else? Do you remember another one? Hey, very good. Steps or materials. Here I have them. They are very important for our experiment. Now, it's time to evaluate what you have learned, students. We are going to watch the following video where you are going to play a game. Yes, students, we are going to play a game about a frog. Yes, a frog. Do you know what a frog is? No? Okay, a frog is an animal that jumps and it's green color. Do you know it? Okay, pay attention to the following video where you can play and check what I'm going to say at the beginning, okay? You need to pay attention and you need to check your notes. And of course, you need to choose one of the three answers that I gave you, okay? Are you ready? Here we go.
Hello, it's me again. We are going to play a game using a frog. It is going to be easy. Now, I'm going to read a sentence and then you're going to choose the correct one. Are you ready? Here we go. Let's start. Number 1. Choose the action verb. Do you remember those words that we saw before? About action verb, water, cooking oil, or add. Very good. Letter B, add. Perfect. Number 2. What was the color of the food coloring? Did you remember the color of the food coloring on the experiment? Was it red? Was it blue? Or was it red? Which one? Very good. It was red. Perfect. Well done, students. Number 3. Choose the second step. Do you remember the second step that we saw on experiment about the lava lamp? It was about the next and 10 drops. Finally, turn on the flashlight, or second, pour the oil. Which one? Excellent. Letter C. Well done. Continue. Number 4. What was the name of the experiment? What was it? Do you remember? Was it about a volcano? Was it about a cooking oil or a lava lamp? Very good. Well done. Letter B. Perfect job. Number 5. What did Angel and Jesus do on step 5? Do you remember the step 5? It was the last one. At the end, turn on the flashlight, add 10 drops of food coloring, or pour the oil into the glass bowl. Which one? Excellent! Letter A. Perfect job. Number 6. They are adding food coloring. Do you remember that? In which image can you see that they are adding food coloring? A, B, or C? Good. That's the letter B. Perfect job. You are doing it very good. Number 7 is a brief description of the experiment. Do you remember that? Was it a conclusion, an introduction, or materials? Which one? Very good. Letter B. Well done, students. Number 8. Later belongs to. The word later belongs to what? Parts of experiment, action word, or a sequency adverb? Which one? Good. Letter C. Perfect job. Number 9. Which is a sequency adverb? Which of those words belongs to a sequency adverb? Is it hello? Is it afterwards? Or is it tomorrow? Which one? Very good. Letter C. Perfect. We're almost done. Number 10 and the last one. At first is a sequency adverb, an action word, or an step. Which one? At first. Very good. It's a sequency adverb. Thank you. Well done. Bye-bye.
Okay, students, what do you think about the video that we saw before? Did you like it or you don't like it? Very good. It was interesting and funny, of course. Thank you for watching me. It was a pleasure for me being here. Remember, my name is Elsie Vázquez and we will meet you in another class. Por la cultura de México, goodbye.